J-E-L-L-O.
The Jello program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston and Phil Harris and his orchestra. The orchestra opens the program with I Double Dare You. Although Christmas is 6 days away, we want to say our Merry Christmas now. We hope you'll have a swell holiday, lots of fun, and plenty of good things to eat. And here's a suggestion for these holiday nights when you're all so very, very busy. Serve Jello for dessert. It's quick and easy to prepare, and it's light and delicious to eat. Just the right dessert for the holiday meals. A glowing mold of colorful Jello will tempt every appetite. For Jello is so gay and cheerful to look at, with colors that match the holiday spirit. And Jello is perfectly grand to taste. It's crammed with extra rich fruit flavor. A true fruit goodness that simply cannot be topped. Only Jello brings you this extra rich fruit flavor, so don't accept any substitutes. Look for the big red letters on the box. They spell Jello. That was I Double Dare You, played by Phil Harris and his orchestra. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you the only adult in the world who wrote a letter to Santa Claus, Jack Benny.
Thank you. Hello again. This is Jack Benny talking. And, Don, I would never have told you about writing that letter if I thought you were going to publicize it. I only wrote to Santa Claus for sentimental reasons, that's all.
Sentimental reasons?
Yes, I've been corresponding with him for years, and I'm not going to break it off now. I merely asked him where that sled was he promised me 35 years ago.
Oh, but, Jack, you're too old for that sort of thing.
Listen, Don, this is the time of year when we should all be kids. It's the only way to enjoy the holiday season.
Well, I guess you're right, Jack. So you're acting like a kid these days, huh?
Am I? Why, this morning I wouldn't eat my spinach till the cook gave me a nickel. And you know what I did right after breakfast?
What?
I went out and played marbles with the kids.
That?
Adolph Manju. And, Don, you know how kids are. We even got into a big fight.
Oh, you and Adolph. Oh, now, what were you fighting about?
Well, he said he had bigger bags under his eyes than I had. And you know, Don, that's a lie.
Imagine you two children fighting like that. Didn't anyone try to stop you?
Well, yes, his mother came out and was going to give us a spanking, but she had too much respect for our gray hair. She had a little... by the way, Don, not meaning to change the subject, I mean, I won't be seeing you again till after Christmas, so I thought I brought you a little present, you know, a little remembrance, and I hope you like it.
Oh, you didn't have to do that.
I know, Don, but here you are.
Gee, thanks, Jack. That's awfully sweet of you. What is it?
Oh, nothing much, just a little novelty I picked up. It's a combination electric razor and shoe brush.
Oh, that is a novelty.
I'll say it is. You can shave and get a shine at the same time. Isn't that cool?
Oh, you can?
Yeah, of course, you'll have to hang your shoes on your ears. A cute gadget, isn't it?
Oh, I can hardly wait to try it. But you know, Jack, this really makes me feel awfully cheap. Well, I was so busy this week that I forgot to get something for you.
Oh, what's the... What?
I'm really frightfully sorry, Jack, but it just slipped my mind.
Oh, that's all right, Don. Say it could happen to anybody. You just forgot, that's all.
Yes, I'm afraid I did. You won't hold that against me, will you?
No. If you walk in here some Sunday night and find another announcer, this had nothing to do with it, believe me. Oh, Phil. Hey, Phil.
Yes, Jack?
I don't suppose I'll be seeing you either until next Sunday, so I brought you a little something as a Yuletide remembrance. I hope you like it.
Aw, Jack.
Here you are, kid, and Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Jack. That's awfully nice of you. What is it?
Well, Phil, I know how fussy you always are about your appearance, so I bought you something for your hair.
If it's a ribbon, you can keep it.
It's not a ribbon. It's a new hair tonic and dressing. Sort of a scalp mayonnaise.
That's fine. I'll have to comb my hair with a salad fork.
That's the idea, Phil. Here you are, kid, and Merry Christmas.
Same to you, old boy. But you know, Jack, you're giving me this lovely gift makes me feel like a heel.
Why, Phil?
Well, I intended to get something for you, but I kept putting it off, and I didn't get you a thing.
You didn't? Well, that's one on me. Well, don't worry about it, Phil.
No kidding, Jack. I feel rotten about it.
Oh, forget it, kid. After all, it's the thought that counts, and I know you were thinking of me.
Yes, I was.
That's all that matters.
Anyway, Jack, I'll make up for it. Next Christmas, I'll buy you a real present.
If you're here, Phil. If you're here. Anyway, it's more fun to give than to receive. Oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, Jack. What are you doing?
I'm playing Santa Claus on a one-way street. Well, Mary, I see you're wearing that little charm bracelet I sent you yesterday. Do you like it?
Oh, Jack, it's simply gorgeous.
Oh.
Hey, Phil, down. Look what Jack gave me.
Say, Mary, that's beautiful.
Boy, that's all right.
And look what it says on the inside. Genuine 14-karat gold-plated.
That's a misprint, or I've been robbed.
What are those charms there, Mary?
Well, here's a little mermaid, and here's a little fish, a little frog, a seahorse, a crab, a lobster.
How do you like it, Mary?
Fine, only I'll have to keep it underwater.
Oh.
And, oh, Jack, here's a charm I can't make out. What is it?
That's the price tag. Take it off.
Let's see that tag, Mary.
Never mind that. I paid $198 for that bracelet.
If you did, the decimal point's in the wrong place.
Well, anyway, it's my little sentiment toward you, and a happy Christmas, Mary.
Thanks. You know, Jack, I hate to say this, and I suppose I'm the only one.
Here I go again, folks.
But I didn't buy anything for you. I thought of everything. I was going to get you some gloves, but I didn't know what size you are.
Well, that's natural. That's natural.
And then I was going to get you some handkerchiefs, but I didn't know the size of your nose.
Well, that could happen, too, yes.
And then I was going to get you a box of cigars.
But you didn't know the size of my mouth. I know.
That's right. Gee, I'm so ashamed of myself.
Oh, don't feel that way, Mary. And listen, fellas, I didn't give you these presents expecting anything in return. So don't worry your pretty little heads about it. And now, folks, we, come in?
Mr. Benny?
Yes?
Once a year I come to you and bring you greetings, good and true.
Well.
And now that my good deed is through, I'll say farewell, and nuts to you. Goodbye.
You know, Mary, I'd like to hang that guy on my Christmas tree. Play, Phil. She's terrific from the Cotton Club Parade, played by the man who thinks of me every Christmas and his orchestra. And say, Phil, before I forget it, I brought a little present for the boys in your band. I didn't want to forget them either. Here it is, a pint of good old California wine.
A pint for each of them?
No, for one bottle for the whole gang.
Okay, put a nipple on it and I'll serve it.
Oh, just pass it around. They can handle it.
Say, Phil, I got presents for the boys, too.
Well, thanks, Mary.
What have you got for them, Mary?
Well, I knit little sweaters for all their instruments.
Oh, isn't that cute? There's nothing like a turtleneck saxophone. But what did you get for the boys?
The boys?
Yeah.
Oh, I knitted them socks, but they turned out to be mittens.
Oh, that's fine. Imagine them putting mittens on their feet. What are you laughing at?
When they wave at me, they'll fall down.
Well, anyway, Mary, your intentions were good, and that's what really counts. Oh, hello, Kenny.
Hello, Jack. Season's greetings.
Same to you, Kenny.
You know, Jack, this being so near Christmas, I was thinking of you all week.
You were?
Yeah, what did you buy me?
Oh, that was subtle. Well, Kenny, I've given everyone else a present. I just got in. I've got one for you, too. Here it is.
What is it?
It's a musical collar button. No, really. No, it is. A musical. Every time it rolls under the dresser, it plays Here Am I.
From the picture of the same name.
Yes. I hope you like it, Kenny.
Gee, I can't wait till I lose it.
Well, don't you dare. It cost me a lot of money. Huh?
Well, thanks, Jack. And, I don't know how to tell you this, but I feel like
A heel, I know. Listen, Kenny, you didn't have to get me anything. You don't have to worry about that. Say, what did you get for your girl?
a traveling bag. She asked me to get her one.
A traveling bag? What does she want with that?
She's going to elope with some guy.
Why, Kenny, do you know what elope means?
No.
It means she's going to run away and get married.
What's she running for?
What's she running for? Did you hear that, Mary?
No, I'm going to listen to Don. Go ahead, Don.
Ladies and gentlemen, as long as you're running, run to your nearest grocer and ask for a package of Jello. It is tempting, economical, and easy to make. Oh, thanks, Mary.
It was a pleasure, Don.
Oh, I enjoyed it tremendously, too. So unexpected. Don, you're just a whiz. And now, going from the 6 delicious flavors to our sketch, tonight we will present the... Come in.
Package for Jack Benny.
Oh, a package. It must be for my father. He's the only one who thinks of me, anyway. Right here, boy. Oh, wait a minute. Here's a nickel for you.
Thanks, Diamond Jim.
Fresh guy. Gee, I wonder what's in this package. Huh?
Why don't you look at the card?
The card? Oh, yes. Well, I'll be...
Read it, Jack.
Oh, gee. To our pal Jack, Merry Christmas from Don, Phil, Mary, Kenny, Andy, and Schlepperman. Say, what is this, anyway?
Surprise! Surprise!
Oh, hey, this is a surprise. Huh?
Open it, Jack. You'll love it.
Gee, you kind of took me unawares there. For a minute I thought that...
Come on, Jack, open it.
Okay. Sure, I didn't expect this, fellas. Oh, my goodness.
The Lollapalooza, huh, Jack?
Gosh.
Pretty snappy, eh?
Oh, I can hardly talk. Gee, fellas, what a present. Twin waffle irons. And electric, too. Oh, fellas, you shouldn't have done it.
Do you like it, Jack?
Oh, boy, now I'll never have to wait for that extra waffle. Oh, John, I'm so happy I could cook.
We knew you'd like it.
Like it, I adore it. But if I put on weight, fellas, it'll be your fault. Gee, this is a swell gift. Sing, Kenny. Mary, how do you whip up a strawberry waffle batter? Do you know?
Well, you take one strawberry and then
It seems our love affair is ended. Goodbye must mean there's someone new. Though my heartache cannot be mended, dear, I
of you. Once in a while, will you try to give one little thought to me? Though someone else may be nearer your heart. Once in a while, will you dream of the moments I shared with you? Moments before we two drifted apart. In love's smoldering ember, one spark may remain. If love still can remember, the spark may burn again. I know that I'll be contented with yesterday's memory, knowing you think of me once in a
While, sung by Kenny Baker, and very good, Kenny. I'm not saying that just because you chipped in to buy my gift, either. And say, Kenny, I'll give a big waffle party next week, and you're all invited.
You know, I never ate one. What's a waffle, Jack?
Well, Kenny, a waffle is a sort of a... Well, it's a cross between a pancake and a doily. Is that clear, Kenny?
Yeah.
And now, folks, as this holiday season is dedicated for the most part to the happiness of little children, our play tonight is for the kiddies of America. So this evening we are going to present our version of that famous fairy tale, Little Red Riding Hood.
Ready.
Now, I'll play the part of Old Man Hood. Mary will be my daughter Red, and Kenny will be my son Robin. Robin Hood. Are you laughing, kiddies?
If they are, it's at something else.
Mary. Now, let's see. Don and Phil. Oh, yes, Don Wilson will be a tree in the woods. And, Phil Harris will be a wood chopper who cuts down Wilson.
Take it easy, Phil. You know how ticklish I am.
Now, let's see. Well, Phil will use a dull axe. It's all right.
That'll help.
Now, let's see. We got our play almost cast. Oh, my goodness, I forgot the most important part of all, the wolf. Now, who'll be the wolf?
Say, Jack, I'll take a fling at it.
No, Phil, you're more the rat type. I know what. I'll be the wolf myself. I'll play two parts. Ow! Did that sound like a wolf, Mary?
Sounded more like a toothache.
All right, I'll be a wolf with a toothache. And now, folks...
Say, Jack, who's going to be the grandmother?
I won't tell. That's a surprise. So now, folks, we're going to present Little Red Riding Hood, or Mr. Wolf Goes to Town. The scene opens in the farmhouse of Mr. and Mrs. Riding Hood, where we find the elderly couple busy decorating their Christmas tree. Curtain. Music. Well, Ma, that tree is shaping up mighty pretty.
I hope the children will like it.
Oh, they will. Ouch! Doggone it, Ma. I wish you put your glasses on. That's the third time you try to pin that star on my nose.
I can't help it. It looks like a branch.
Well, that ain't exactly a freckle you're inhaling through. Now, let's see. We only have one more thing to hang up on the top of the tree. Hold this ladder while I get up there. Hold it steady now.
I got her, Pa.
It sure look pretty. Ain't been so high since last New Year's Eve. Hold steady there, Ma.
I'm a-holding.
Consarn it.
You fell down, Pa.
Oh, did I? You must be psychic. All your fault, Ma. Why didn't you hold the ladder?
I did, and I'm still holding it.
That's the floor lamp. I told you to put your glasses on. Doggone, if this wasn't our anniversary, I'd slug you.
You want to make the next one, you better not.
Now, listen, Ma, don't you threaten me or you'll be looking at Santa Claus through a piece of beefsteak. Come in.
Hello, Pa. Hello, Ma.
Hello, son. What's the idea of rapping on the door? Why didn't you walk right in?
I thought you and Ma might be necking.
Oh, we're too old for that.
Speak for yourself, you anemic Casanova.
Pipe down, Ma, or I'll put termites in your bustle. Well, son, are you through with your chores?
Yep.
Did you milk the cow?
Sure did. I creamed her, too.
Some farmer. Where's your sister, Red?
She's outside.
Where's your sister, Red?
She's outside making a snowman.
Doggone that girl. I wish she'd come in. The wolves are thicker than thieves around here. Hello, Red.
Hello, Pa. Hello, Ma. Hello, Dolores.
Dolores?
That's the cat.
Oh. I never knew her name.
We were worried about you, Red.
Yes, out there all alone with all those wolves. Any of them come close to you?
How do you think I got this fur coat?
That's good-looking fur. It feels nice and silky. Ow! Ow!
Guess I didn't kill him enough. Have you heard from Grandma today?
Grandma? Nope. She's been sick in bed with a cold. I wonder how she's coming along.
Why don't you call her up and find out?
Think I will. Where's the phone?
On the Christmas tree.
Darn it. Oh, yes. Operator, get me broken down 8400. Hope she's better.
Here's your puppy.
Thanks. Oh, hello, Grandma. How you feeling?
I feel terrible, son. How are you?
Your cold seems to be getting worse. Got any chills?
This ain't the rumba I'm doing.
Grandma, you just stay in bed and take care of yourself. I'll send Red over with some hot soup for you.
Okay, have her bring some cigars, too.
All right, goodbye.
Goodbye, son.
What kind of soup we got, Ma?
Turtle, here it is.
Turtle? Is that mock or green?
Looks like mud to me.
It is. Now, Red, you get your basket and take those victuals over to your grandma's.
Yes, and be careful going through the woods. Okay. So long, Pa. So long, Ma. Goodbye, Dolores, Joe, and Pete.
Joe and Pete?
Dolores had kittens.
Dinged if she didn't, and right in my hat, too. Now, be careful, Red. Remember, don't talk to any wolves.
I wouldn't speak to anything less than a silver fox.
I know that. Goodbye, daughter.
Goodbye. Oh, boy, what a night. Listen to that wind howl. And listen to the snowfall. Gee, it's fun walking through the snow. Crunch, crunch, crunch. It's getting dark. Who's that I see lurking in yon bush?
It's me, kiddies. I'm a wolf now. Ow! Hello, little girl.
Hello, are you a wolf?
I ain't Renfrew of the Mounted. Where are you going, my little chickadee?
I'm going to my grandmother's with a basket of food.
Food, eh? What's in there?
Hot soup, roast beef, strawberry pie, and coconut custard.
What, no hopple?
That's 10 cents extra.
Oh. Anything else in the basket?
Well?
Attention, kiddies. Little Red Riding Hood's basket also contains several packages of Jello.
Oh, a talking tree.
Each of which can be identified by the big red letters on the box. So remember, children, when you're taking a basket of food to your grandmother's, always include a package of Jello. It comes in 6 delicious flavors: strawberry, raspberry, cherry, orange, lemon, and lime. Hey, what are you howling for?
I'm hungry, Don. Now, Little Red Riding Hood. Hey, Red, where are you?
She ran away. Ha, ha, ha.
Curses, foiled again. Snarl, snarl. I know what I'll do. I'll take a shortcut through the woods and lead her over to her grandmother's. And when I get there, I'll eat her up. Are you shivering, kiddies? This must be the place. And now to get in.
Who's there?
It's Little Red Riding Hood.
Gosh, you've got a cold, too. Come in.
Hello, Grandma.
Oh,
you're not Little Red Riding Hood. You're a wolf.
Yes, I'm a wolf, and I'm going to eat you up. Yum, 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 yum.
Well,
Now hold still. It'll be over in a minute.
shall I take my shoes off?
No. I like shoes and everything. Here you go. I just ate grand more, kitty. Darn those shoes. That must be Little Red Riding Hood now. I gotta act quick. I know what I'll do. I'll put on this nightcap and get under the covers. That'll fool her. I'll talk just like Grandma. She'll never recognize me.
Come in, Red! Hello, Grandma. I brought you a basket of food. Hot soup and everything.
Goody, goody. But first I want to talk to you. Come over here by the bed, my dear. Back there.
Why, Grandma, you look so strange I hardly know you. Oh, Grandma, what big eyes you have.
The better to see you with, my dear.
And, oh, Grandma, what a long nose you have.
The better to win races with, my dear.
And, oh, Grandma, what rotten jokes you have.
Never mind that. When are you going to get to teeth?
Right now. Oh, Grandma, what big teeth you have.
The better to eat you with, my dear.
You're a wolf. Where's my Grandma?
I swallowed her and you're next.
Help! Help! Oh, what chopper? What chopper?
I'm coming, baby.
Curses, foiled again.
Quick, shoot the wolf. Shoot him. Shoot him.
Shoot him nothing. I'm going to take my axe and chop him right in two. Don't do that. I'm in here.
Thanks, Grandma. You saved my life. Play, Phil.
Whether there's snow in the air or flowers in the front yard, here's a grand December dessert. It's Jello plum pudding, the best holiday plum pudding you ever tasted. You can make it with lemon or cherry Jello, whichever you prefer. Combine 1 package of Jello with half a teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of cloves, and a dash of salt. Add 1 pint of hot water and chill until the Jello is dissolved. Chill until slightly thickened, then fold in 3/4 cup each of finely cut raisins, cooked prunes, and nut meats. Add 1/4 cup of citron. Mold and serve with whipped cream or a regular pudding sauce. And you have a prize-winning Christmas pudding. It's far less expensive than most plum puddings. It's light and easy to digest, and it's very easy to make. A firm, rich mold of Jello filled with all the spicy things that make a plum pudding so delicious. So make a Jello plum pudding for the holidays, and be sure you use genuine Jello.
This is the last number of the 12th program in the new Jello series, and we'll be with you again next Sunday night at the same time.
Say, Jack, I hear you're going to visit Fred Allen on his program Wednesday night. Is that right?
Yes, I am, Mary. I've got a business deal on with him.
What's it about, Jack?
Oh, you'll find out.
Is it animal, vegetable, or mineral?
I ain't talking. La, 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 la.
This mystery will be continued next Wednesday.
Good night, folks.
J-E-L-L.
You now want a new rope to hence is from Love on Coast. Kenny Baker appears on the Jello program through courtesy of Mervyn LeRoy Productions. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
J-E-L-L-O.
The Jello program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston and Phil Harris and his orchestra. The orchestra opens the program with I've Taken a Fancy to You from an Old Chicago. all its different holidays, February is certainly a party month, and tomorrow is St. Valentine's Day, a swell excuse to give the family something special for dessert. And for that something special, give them Jello, molded in gay, fancy shapes. For Jello goes with the party spirit every time. First, because it's so festive-looking with clear, bright colors that dress up any meal. And second, because it's so luscious tasting, with delicious, extra-rich fruit flavor that puts everybody in a cheerful mood. But there's still another reason why Jello is tops for parties. It's quick setting, easy to prepare, you can't go wrong. Just be sure to get genuine Jello when you buy, for there is only one Jello, and only Jello brings you that extra-rich fruit flavor. Look for the big red letters on the box. They spell Jello. That was I've Taken a Fancy to You, played by the orchestra. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you America's latest fashion plate, that Beau Brummel of Beverly Hills, Jack Benny.
Thank you. Hello again. This is Jack Benny talking. And say, Don, thanks for that nice build-up you just gave me. My goodness, what's come over you?
Well, Jack, I read in the paper just the other day that the Tailors of America selected you as one of the 10 best-dressed men in the country.
Oh, they did? Well, I didn't know that. Are you sure, Don?
Oh, yes, certainly. It was quite a story.
Sure, I read it, too. It was in all the papers.
It was, Phil? Gee, I'd like to see it. Have you got a clipping of it?
Yes, and so have you.
Well, all right, fellas. I was just trying to be modest, that's all. But it's true, I was selected as one of the 10 best-dressed men in the country. I came in second.
Oh, who was first?
Clark Gable. You know, Don, politics. You know. The only way I can figure it.
Now, wait a minute, Jack, wait a minute. Gable looks marvelous in clothes. In the first place, he's much thinner than you are.
Oh, no, he's not, Don. We're exactly the same weight. Only mine is distributed a little differently. But we have about the same physique.
Go on. If Gable was standing in a barrel, he'd have a better figure than you have.
Well, first place, he never stands in a barrel. I don't know. I know what's the matter with you, Phil. You're just jealous because you weren't on the list.
I'm not jealous. I just can't understand it, that's all.
Oh.
I dress as well as you do. Probably weller.
Weller? Now, you can do gooder than that. You dress as well as I do. Look at that coat you've got on right now.
What's the matter with it?
What's the matter with it? Looks like a combination salad with patched pockets. Oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, Jack. Congratulations.
Thanks, Mary. I wish you'd have been here a minute ago, though. Phil can't understand why the Tailors of America picked me as one of the best-dressed men.
Well, I can.
Certainly.
Half of your relatives are pants pressers.
That's so? You're just making that up. Say, Mary, take a peek at Phil and get a load of that coat he's wearing. Isn't that corny? Oh, it's a corny one, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. It's not half as loud as the one I saw you wearing yesterday.
Well, that's different, Mary. That happens to be my polo coat.
Polo coat? What do? Ride on a zebra?
It'll make you any happier, yes. But you know what kills me from the attitude of this gang? You think I never knew anything about style. Let me tell you something, fellas. I'm coming out with a new suit in about 3 weeks that'll knock your eye out. And I don't want you to copy it either, Phil.
What kind of a suit is it?
Well, it's a double-breasted English drape model with a new zipper vest. Oh, it's the last word in suits.
Say, that sounds pretty good, Jack. What color is it?
Well, it's a sort of a fudge brown. Oh, it's beautiful.
A fudge brown?
Yes.
Is it plain or with nuts?
Plain. And I'm going to look swell in it, too. It fits so snug it has a 32-inch waistline.
What are you going to do with your stomach?
Well, naturally, Phil, when I tighten my belt, my stomach will go up to where my chest is.
Then what are you going to do with your chest?
Well, I'm not going to have my girl's name tattooed on it like you have.
You would if you didn't have hooray for Waukegan there.
Well, what if I have? Now, look, fellas, let's drop all this talk about clothes. Just because I get a little recognition once in a while, everybody here has to turn green with envy. Now, let's change the subject. Oh, hello, Kenny.
Hello, Jack. Congratulations.
Thanks, Kenny, but I've heard enough about my clothes, so forget it.
I'm talking about your birthday.
My birthday? Oh, yes, tomorrow is my birthday. February the 14th. I forgot all about it.
Well, congratulations, fella. Happy birthday. Very happy.
Sure, thanks, fella. Yes, sir, I was a little Valentine. Gee, funny how it slipped my mind.
Well, it didn't slip mine. I brought a cake for you, Jack. Wait till I get it.
A cake? Well, that was thoughtful, Kenny.
Here you are, Jack.
Well, thanks. Say, that is a beautiful cake. It has such nice decoration.
Yeah, I hope I guessed right. I put 50 candles on it.
50 candles?
Oh, I got more in my pocket.
Oh, you have, huh? Well, keep them in your pocket.
All right, but I better blow them out.
50 candles. I'm not 50 years old. I'm not 45. I'm not even 40.
Hurry up, Jack. You'll be late for school.
Now, wait a minute, Mary. You haven't worn rompers for some time either, you know.
On the level, Jack, is tomorrow really your birthday?
Yes, Don, it is.
Well, well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're planning to celebrate Jack's birthday tomorrow by having a little party, top it off with tempting, delicious Jello. It is economical and easy to make and has that extra rich fruit flavor.
Well, thanks, Don. That was a lovely gesture. And now, folks, Phil Harris will... Wait a minute. Come in.
Telegram for Jack Benny.
Right here, boy. Thanks. Oh, wait a minute. Here's a tip for you.
Say, this must be your birthday.
Who's the wire from, Mary?
Just a second, Jack. Oh, Jack, it's from your father.
My father? What does he say?
He says, Dear son, congratulations on your 25th birthday. I couldn't afford a telegram then.
Ah, good old Dad. He never forgets a face. Play, Phil. Education played by the orchestra. And now, ladies and gentlemen...
Wait a minute, Jack. That number was played by Phil Harris and the orchestra. Why don't you mention the conductor?
Well, they know it wasn't Toscanini. Anyway, Phil, you have a distinctive style of playing. You couldn't be confused with any other band.
I couldn't, eh?
No. You have the only orchestra in the world where the drums carry the melody. And now, folks...
Jack, now that Kenny gave you a cake, are you going to throw a little party tonight?
Well, I would, Don, but I have to rehearse tonight with my leading lady for my new Paramount picture. I'm going over to Francisca Gall's house.
Oh, are we?
No, Phil, you're not going this time. And say, Mary, I wish you'd run through my lines with me, will you, before I go over there? I'd like to brush up on my part.
Okay, Jack.
Now, here's the script. You read Francisca's part, and I'll read mine. Here you are. Your name is Julia, and I'm Andre.
Andre?
Yes. All right, Mary, let's go. You don't mind if we go through this, do you, fellas?
No, go right ahead, Andre.
All right, Mary. Now, the door opens, see, and I walk in. You're sitting there, and I walk in. Good evening, Julia. I'm sorry I kept you waiting. Come on, Mary. I'm trying to rehearse. Good evening, Julia. I'm sorry I kept you waiting.
Oh, Andre, my love, I'm so glad to see you.
See you. Now, stop kidding, Mary, and help me with this. Well, darling, I've come for the last time to ask you to marry me. You've toyed with my affections long enough. There's a limit to my patience, Julia. You know our bargain when I saved your father from ruin? Well, the time has come. And whether you love me or not, you're stuck with me. Well, what are you laughing at?
Paramount, they're stuck, too.
Oh, Mary, I can't rehearse with you. You're not giving me anything. You're not putting any feeling into it.
He's right, Miss Livingston. When Andre comes through the door, you should be a little more emotional.
Oh, go away. Come on, Mary, let's try it again. Now.
Look, Jack, look.
What?
It's Robert Taylor.
Robert Taylor? Right in the middle. Why, Bob, I didn't know you were standing there watching us. Where'd you drop in from?
Well, I was sitting out front watching your show, and you seem to be having a little trouble with that scene, so I thought I'd come up and offer a suggestion or two.
Well, it's awfully nice of you, Bob. I'm always glad to see a kibitzer. But really, I don't need help.
Well, might be too late at that.
Oh. You're sharp there.
Now, look, Jack, the reason Miss Livingston did not respond properly was because you were not convincing as a lover.
Well. How do you like that for crust? What do you think I was doing up here, knitting a doily?
No, look, Jack. All I'm trying to tell you is that your scene lacked sincerity. In other words, what you said was not believable.
Oh, it was not believable. Well, next time I'll take an oath before I read my lines. Believable.
You better take a lifesaver, too. You've been eating onions.
I have not.
Well, Jack, I'm sorry I intruded, so I'll just run along
No,
now
Bob, no. I'm glad you came up. Say, I'm always open for suggestions, even if I don't need them. You know, Bob, I've been an actor for a good many years.
I appreciate that.
And furthermore, if you read the papers, and I think you do, you may have come across an article this week stating that I am one of the 10 best-dressed men in the country.
Yes, I saw that, Jack.
Yeah.
Say, do you mind if I tell you something?
No, go right ahead.
Well, Jack, take that suit you're wearing right now.
Yes?
Listen, I gave a better one than that to my gardener, and he refused it.
Well, if my gardener ever did a thing like that, I'd hit him right over the head with a petunia. Well, Bob, so much for the ribbing. Anyway, to tell you the truth, I'm really glad you came up. Now that you're here, I want you to meet the members of my cast.
It's about time.
Yeah. Bob, this is Mary Livingston.
Hello, Mary. I'm delighted to meet you.
Well, thanks, Mr. Taylor. I mean, Robert. I mean, Bob.
Mary, you don't have to be so nervous.
Well, gee whiz.
You know, Mary, I must say you've handed me a lot of laughs, and I think you're just as charming in person as you are on the radio.
Well, thanks. And, well, I think you're just as charming as I am.
Oh, don't mind her, Bob. She's so excited, you know. And now I want you to meet...
Wait a minute, Jack. Mr. Taylor.
Yes, what is it, Mary?
Well, if a certain person asks me to go out tonight, I won't think you're a bit fresh.
Oh, all right. And, Bob, I'd like to have you meet our young tenor, Kenny Baker.
How are you, Kenny? I'm glad to know you.
Gee, if I'd have known you were coming, I'd have baked another cake.
Why, Kenny.
You know, Mr. Taylor, I'm in pictures, too.
Yes, I know you are, Kenny. I've seen you in a lot of them, and I think you're doing a swell job.
Yes, sir. You better watch out for me. I'm dynamite.
Oh, don't show off there. And, Bob, this is our announcer, Don Wilson.
Hello, Don. Glad to see you.
Well, how are you, Bob? You know, I was just thinking of you this morning when I was drinking a cup of Maxwell House coffee.
You were? Well, now that's a coincidence because I was thinking of you last night over a dish of Jello.
Well, that's the best we could do with that, folks. And, Bob, this is our orchestra leader.
Oh, I know, Phil. Hiya, Philsy boy. It's good to see you again.
Hiya, Bobby. Did we have fun the other night or not?
Yes, sir. And by the way, Phil, thanks for getting me that date. It was mighty nice of you.
What? Phil got you a date?
Yeah, man.
Of all things. Say, I hope it wasn't the girl he got for me, Dolores Del Schmutz.
No, this was her sister. They call her Sugar.
Oh, Sugar Del Schmutz. Well, Bob, now that you've met my cast and the Del Schmutzes, I want to tell you that I saw the preview of your new picture the other night, A Yank at Oxford, and I thought it was one of the best things you've ever done.
Thank you, Jack. I'm glad you liked it.
By the way, Bob, what was the first big picture you ever made? You know, the one that you think started you off with a bang.
Well, Jack, about 3 years ago, I made a picture called Broadway Melody of 1936 with Eleanor Powell, Una Merkel, Sid Silvers, Buddy Ebsen, and June Knight.
Oh, yes, I saw that. It was very good, too. Say, wait a minute. I was in that picture. Why, certainly.
You were, Jack?
Yes, I was. I played a... Mary, you saw Broadway Melody. What was I in it?
Miss Cass.
No, I mean the character. Oh, I remember, Bob. I was the Broadway columnist you punched on the jaw 3 times.
Oh, yes, I remember. Hey, that was fun, wasn't it?
Yes. I'll say it was fun. Fred Allen saw the picture 8 times. So that's what you call fun, huh?
Oh, what if I did punch you on the jaw? I didn't hit you so hard.
Not much. Listen, Bob, that was 3 years ago. And I've got a swivel tooth that's still whirling around. But at that, Bob, I hope we do make another picture together. Maybe I can kick you around next time, huh?
Well, you never can tell. Well, Jack, I think I'll run along now. I don't want to take up any more of your time.
Now, wait a minute, Bob. Wait a minute. You offered to help me out in my little dramatic scene here, and I'm going to hold you to it. You don't mind, do you, Bob?
No, not at all.
I didn't ask you, Mary. Not at all. Do you mind, Bob?
No, Jack, I'll be glad to.
Okay, we'll do it right after Kenny sings a song. Go ahead, Kenny. Wait a minute. Come in.
Mr. Benny,
Yes?
is Robert Taylor really on your program tonight?
Yes, he is.
Then you won't need me. Goodbye.
Oh, that guy, he drives me crazy.
Say, what does he want anyway?
A toupee, but I'm not going to buy him one.
For me to be with you, for that new moon over the old mill has a way, it seems, of making dreams come true. Day is done and night is falling. Whippoorwills are sweetly calling me to the old mill street. I will meet you by the willow. Once again your arms will pillow me, the while I dream. There's a new moon over the old mill, and tonight's the night for me to be with you. For that new moon over the old mill has a way, it seems, of making come true. We'll kiss at every turn of the mill wheel and linger on the whole night through. There's a new moon over the old and a new love here in my heart for you.
That was, hey, Bob, you take the reins, will you? You're a master of ceremonies, too, now, you know. Go ahead.
All right. That was New Moon from Radio City Rebels, sung by Kenny Baker. And, Kenny, I want to tell you it was swell. It was perfectly thrilling.
Thanks, Mr. Taylor. You know, I wish Jack would say things like that once in a while.
Why, Kenny, what are you talking about? I've said those very words to you every Sunday this year.
Well, I'm getting sick of it.
Oh, you don't know what you want. Say, Bob, how about helping me out with that little love scene now? You know,
Okay, Jack. You and Mary run over those lines again, and I'll kind of give it the once-over.
Fine. Come on, Mary.
Why don't you let me do it with Mr. Taylor and you watch?
Mary, Barbara's listening in. You know, gee whiz. Look, anyway, I'm the one who needs rehearsing.
That's why I don't want to do it with you.
Well, it wouldn't hurt you to help me out. Now, come on. Here's the script. We'll take it from the same entrance.
Now, remember, Jack, put a little fire into it.
Okay, Bob, I gotcha. All right, Mary, I'm coming through the door again.
All right.
Good evening, Julia. I'm sorry I kept you waiting.
Oh, Andre, my love.
Andre, where's Amos?
Phil. I've come for the last time, Julia, to ask you to marry me. You've toyed with my affections long enough. Remember our bargain, Julia, when I saved your father from ruin? Well, the time has come. And whether you love me or not, you're stuck with me. Now, what do you say?
I'll go back to Waukegan.
Walk, there you are, Bob. What's the use of me trying to do anything?
Well, will you let me try it with Mary, Jack? Maybe I can get better results.
I know I will.
Oh, sure. No, I will.
Now, look, Mary. When you and I play this scene, just sit back and relax.
Yes, Bob.
Imagine that we're in a world of our own, drifting on a cloud.
Yes, Bob.
Yes, Bob. Yes, Bob. Come on, you two. Show me what you can do.
Quiet, I'm drifting.
Oh, you're drifting, eh?
I am, too.
Kenny!
All right, Mary, I'm coming through the door now. Good evening, Julia. I'm sorry I kept you waiting.
Oh, Andre, my love. Kiss me.
I don't remember that line being in there.
I've come for the last time, Julia, to ask you to marry me.
Kiss me, Andre.
You've toyed with my affections long enough.
Kiss me, Andre. Kiss me.
Don't keep saying that. Kiss me, Andre. It's not in there.
Well, the time has come, and whether you love me or not, you're stuck with me.
Then kiss me, Andre. Kiss me.
My darling.
Mary! The one that's going to play it. It's a fine scene. All right, Mary. You were finally kissed by Robert Taylor. Now what have you got to say?
He can go back to Waukegan, too.
Why, Mary. Mary, didn't you enjoy it?
No, but let's do it again.
Oh, I thought so. Well, Bob, no kidding. I think I did learn something from watching you play that scene with Mary. You gave me a couple of good pointers there. You know?
Well, I hope I didn't embarrass you or anything, Jack.
Oh, no, Bob. Oh, and I'm very grateful. After all, you're an actor and I'm a comedian. An alleged comedian, anyway. My only serious moments are spent with my violin. I think I've got you stopped there.
Oh, I don't know about that, Jack. You know, I'm somewhat of a musician myself. I play a pretty mean cello.
A cello? Oh, I didn't know that. Isn't that a coincidence? You play the cello and I play the violin.
Guess what they're going to do now, folks?
Mary. Well, Bob, we can borrow a cello and a violin from the boys in the orchestra. Now, how about you and I swinging out on a nice hot tune?
Fine. You know Mighty Like a Rose?
Oh, that's a sizzler. Say, Phil, let us have a violin and a cello, will you?
Not without a deposit.
Now, we're not going to leave the room.
Okay, here you are, boys.
All right. Oh, Don, introduce this number, will you?
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we now bring you Jack and Bob, those rhythm rascals, who will give you their interpretation of Mighty Like a Rose.
Are you going to start? I'll start. Pretty little flower.
Just play it, Jack.
Oh, by the way, Bob, you were in Europe this summer, weren't you?
Yes, I was, Jack.
Well, tell me, how did you find London?
I asked a policeman.
Oh, Bob,
Yes, Jack?
what goes around a button?
A goat.
You guessed it the first time. 40, boys, 40. Give it everything, Bob.
That was Mighty Like a Rose with Bum Jokes, played by Robert Taylor and Jack Benny.
Thanks, Don. And now, folks, is an
Play,
encore.
Phil, play,
Oh.
play. If you want some new and delicious dessert ideas, just take a look at a package of Jello chocolate pudding. You'll find some grand suggestions. For instance, you can add toasted nut meats to your chocolate pudding, or half a cup of raisins, or crispy shredded coconut. And we've had lots of letters from women who tell us that Jello chocolate pudding makes the most delicious filling for chocolate cream pie they ever tasted. But no matter how you serve it, in a recipe variation or just as is, Jello chocolate pudding is a dessert the whole family will love. It's creamy, rich, and smooth and tastes like the old-fashioned homemade kind, for it's made with the same fine, wholesome ingredients. That's why it tastes homemade, so chocolatey and delicious. Jello chocolate pudding is quick and easy to prepare. You'll find the simple directions on every package. It sells for the same low price as Jello, so ask your grocer tomorrow for Jello chocolate pudding.
Well, we're a little late, Bob, but I'll see you next Thursday night on your Maxwell House program. Thanks for coming over. Good night, folks.
Penny Baker appears on the Jello program through courtesy of Mervyn LeRoy. This is the National Broadcasting Company.